Welcome to East End LI. Today we're going to take a look at the overview of the East End LI platform and show you how to get around the system. If there's anything specific that you'd like to see, be sure to check our different training videos and training sheets to help you along. When you first log into the system, you're going to be brought to your profile wall. Here's where you're going to be able to access all of the different aspects of the East End LI platform. Included in your profile wall are various different widgets to help you navigate and utilize the system. Widgets can be moved around throughout the screen as well as minimized to avoid clutter. Let's take a look at some of the different widgets available on your account. On the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see My Listings and Company Listings. The My Listings widget is going to show you all of the different listings associated with your account that you have entered into the East End LI platform. That includes your active listings, pending listings, sold listings, as well as listings that are expiring soon or recently expired. The Company Listings widget is going to show all of the listings from your brokerage as they've been entered into East End LI. That includes not only your listings, but listings from your colleagues as well. At the center of the screen, you're going to find Quick Search, Company Docs, My Saved Searches, and Messages. The Quick Search is going to allow you to go ahead and quickly start searching listings entered into the East End LI platform. Below that is Company Docs. These are going to be documents as uploaded by your administrators, your office admins, and managers for you to pull up at any time. This might include branded marketing material, listing contracts, disclosures, and more. As you start to utilize the East End LI system, you're going to start creating searches for your customers and clients. If you save any of those searches, they're going to appear in the My Saved Searches widget found here. Below that is our Messages widget. This is where you're going to see messages that you've received within the East End LI platform, whether from customers or clients that you've shared listings with, or from other members also using the East End LI platform. On the right side of the screen, I have saved carts, CMAs, and a mortgage calculator. The cart system allows you to put listings that you've pulled up into one specific location. These carts can then be saved, emailed off to a client or customer, or you can turn them into a CMA. As you go ahead, create CMAs and save them to your account, they'll appear in the My CMAs widget found below. Lastly is our mortgage calculator, which allows you to quickly crunch some numbers to determine what kind of payment your buyers may be looking at. Again, if there's any widget that you do not want on your profile wall, you can minimize it by selecting the triangle icon, or if you'd like, select the gear icon on any widget and select which widgets you'd prefer to have displayed on your account. For this instance, I'll remove Messages, Company Resources, and the Mortgage Calculator. After I've unchecked them, you can now see they've disappeared from my wall. If we ever want to reactivate them, we simply click on a gear icon again and re-enable them by checking off the boxes. On the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see your profile sidebar menu. Here's where you can go ahead and access different aspects of the East End LI system quickly and easily. That includes your current cart with saved listings that you've entered into it. We can view My Listings. You can create a brand new listing. You can search for listings using the advanced search, view and search your contacts, as well as view and edit your account. At the top of the screen, you'll have a top toolbar. Here you can get back to your profile wall, which is what we're looking at now. We can access your account, edit your profile, change your password, view your messages that are in your inbox, view your calendar, or you can log out. Office admins will have the Administrator tab where they can go ahead and manage offices, agents, and listings. If you're a salesperson and not an office admin, this tab will not appear on your account. However, agents will see the rest of the tabs. That includes our Listings tab, where we can add a new listing, view our current listings of all different statuses, view our company listings, as well as our current and saved carts, and lastly, our hot sheets. Hot sheets are similar to daybooks or day sheets that give us the newest listings that have been entered into the East End LI system. We can view these by new to market, price changes, listings now in contract, or properties that have been recently sold or expired. Our search dropdown is going to allow us to search for listings, view our saved searches, or search the property tax records, which can help us add a brand new listing. Lastly, our contacts dropdown is going to allow us to add contacts to our East End LI profile, as well as create CMAs for our customers and clients. One thing to make note, any contacts you add to your East End LI profile will remain completely private to you and not seen by any other colleagues, whether in your office or from another company. When it comes to creating a contact, we can just go to the contacts dropdown and click Add New Contact. From here, we're going to be asked to put in some basic information regarding that customer or contact. I suggest putting in at least their first name, last name, as well as their email and phone number. Once you've saved their information, a contact card is created within your account. Remember, any contact that you add to your system will remain private to your account only. From here, we can add additional info, such as the names of their family members, the preferred area that they're looking to buy, and we can add additional preferences, such as their price range, as well as the desired number of bedrooms and bathrooms when we do their searches for their homes. At the bottom of their contact card, we're going to see a notes section that allows us to keep a log of all of our correspondences and meetings with our contact. We can also view any messages that we've sent or received to them, see the searches that we've saved and associated with their account, as well as any saved carts and CMAs that we may have made for them. So let's go ahead and create a search and then save it to this particular client. We've got two different ways on how we can search for properties. We can use our quick search on our profile wall, or we can select search from the sidebar menu or the top-down menu at the top of the screen. Our basic menu is going to just give us basic criteria such as a location, price range, and whether we're looking for something that's active or sold. The advanced search, which we can get from our top drop-down menu or the sidebar menu, is going to give us a lot more advanced criteria. That includes the ability to filter out whether we're looking for a home, condo, land, or etc., whether we're looking for a property that's for sale, or maybe a monthly or seasonal rental. We're also going to be able to select different statuses as well as the date ranges for those statuses. And then we can also search by other criteria as well, such as specific location, whether there is a pool, a tennis court, and then any other additional criteria that we choose to filter by using the additional criteria drop-down menu found on the bottom right corner. For this example, we're going to search for a house that's for sale, that's currently active, between $2 million and $3 million. Instead of using a lot of zeros, we can use K for thousand or M for million. If we want to do just 4 or more bedrooms, we can just fill out 4 for this. Or if we prefer to have a range, we can do 4 to 6 and then 3 to 5 bathrooms. If we wanted, we could select just specific areas of Southampton by checking off each box, or we can select the Southampton checkbox, which will automatically select all of the separate areas. After we've filled out our criteria, we can click Search. When doing your search, you have various different views and how to view your search results. We have our thumbnail view, which gives nice large photos of the properties. The list view, which is designed for your smartphone. It gives those large thumbnail photos, but instead of being multiple rows and columns, we just have one long column for you to scroll through when using a tablet or phone. We have our list with preview, which shows all of the listings on the right-hand side of the screen. And as we click on each photo of that listing, it's going to open up that full agent listing in the center of the screen. We have our map search, which again pulls the listings on the right-hand side of the screen. As we hover our mouse over each listing, it's going to highlight the location of that property by putting the property on top of the pin. Our last search view is going to be our spreadsheet view. And as you see, each time we want to change the view of our search results, we click on the Tools dropdown found at the top center of your screen and select the particular view under Views. Our spreadsheet view is perfect for those that want to see a lot of data at once. Here we have different columns for the particular properties. Not only do we have all these columns, we can go ahead and reorder them into the order we wish. We can also use these columns to sort. So if I click on beds, this is going to allow me to sort by bedrooms. We have the highest to lowest. Click it again and it's going to go lowest to highest. If there's a column that you do not see on the spreadsheet, we can click on Tools and click on Add and Remove Columns. From here we can go ahead and further customize the spreadsheet by removing different columns that we don't want or adding ones that we'd prefer to see. For this instance, I don't need to see the photos, so I'm going to remove those fields. My spreadsheet is going to refresh, and now I can see all of the listing data that I wanted, but without those photos. Once you've created a search view that you prefer with your spreadsheet, you can click on the Tools dropdown and click Make Default Spreadsheet. The system's now going to save your preference, so every time that you open up the spreadsheet view, it's going to be in the desired order that you like. Once we've found the properties that we want to share with our customer, we can select those and add them to our cart by clicking on the checkbox when looking at the spreadsheet view, or by clicking on the shopping cart icon on any of the other views. A listing that is not currently in your cart will be marked with a plus sign on the shopping cart. Once you've selected that cart icon, that plus icon will become a check mark showing you that this listing is currently in your cart. You can also add individual listings to carts by selecting the Add To button at the top and clicking on Add to Current Cart. Once you have all of the listings that you'd like in your cart, you can select the menu icon from the top and click Save to Cart. Here you'll be able to save a new cart or the listings to a previous cart that you've already created. For this instance, we're going to go ahead and create a new cart. After we've saved the cart, we can go ahead and make changes to those listings by reordering them in an order we like best, as well as adding notes to each individual listing. Once we've reordered the listings and added our notes, we can save those changes, and we can also assign it to our client. We can start typing in their name, and through the smart lookup, it's automatically going to look up their name and allow us to assign this cart to my contact. Now if we go back to our contacts page, view our contacts, we'll now see that Demi has a saved cart attached to her account. Going back to our search results, we can also save the specific search for our contact. To do that, we can click on the Tools dropdown and select Save Search. First, we're going to want to go ahead and give the search a name, then save it. Next, we can go ahead and assign it to our contact. Again, we're going to assign this to Demi. If we needed to, we could also assign it to a new contact or create a brand new contact just by putting in their name and email address, and this will create a contact card for that new contact. If we'd like to have automatic emails sent off to our customer every time there's a new listing matching their search criteria, we can enable a drip search. To do that, switch the drip search button to on and select new listings and or price changes. What this will do is this will now generate emails every time there's a new listing or a listing with a price change matching your search criteria saved for your contact. By default, you're automatically going to receive an email of that drip, but then we can also email it off to our contacts as well. Again, through the smart lookup, we can start typing in the name of our contact. The smart lookup will pull up their info and we can add it there. If we want to email it to other people as well, we can also start looking up their name by typing in their info. Automatically, their email will populate through the contacts lookup, and we can add them there. If you want to email to someone that's not in your contacts list, you can just go ahead and type in their email, and you'll still be able to send them a message. When sending to multiple emails at once, each email is going to receive their own individual listing. They're not going to receive a CC seeing all of the other people that received the email. Once you've made all the changes, you can go ahead and click Save Search. Now going back to our contacts, we can see that the saved search is now attached to Demi's contact card. In addition to that, we're also going to see the saved search on our profile wall under the My Saved Searches widget. If we ever need to pull up results right away, we can just click on the Run button, and that's going to do the search for us automatically. Lastly, let's go ahead and create a listing. To create a brand new listing, we can select the New Listing button on the left-hand sidebar menu or from the Listings drop-down at the top of your screen. We have three different options when it comes to creating a listing. We can use a blank listing, which will give us a blank slate to fill out all of the different fields. We can search the public tax records, which will help us populate some of the fields using public data, or we can clone a company listing. This is great for when a listing has been temporarily off the market and is now being relisted, or when you've got a sale listing that is also a rental listing, or a rental listing that's also a sale listing. For this example, we'll just use blank listing. Within the EastEndLI platform, the listing wizard breaks down the entire listing process into several different steps. Each time that you click the next step, your listing is going to be saved as a draft, so you can always resume and pick it up where you left off at a later time. As you go through the listing wizard, anything in a red field is going to be required, while the black fields are optional, but of course you're going to want your listing to be filled out as completely as possible. Depending on the type of property that you're listing, the listing wizard is going to transform itself to accommodate that type of listing. For example, if we're to list a home, we're going to be putting in information such as the number of bedrooms and bathrooms. If we were to list a multi-unit or a commercial building, the listing wizard is going to add an additional page that allows us to put in the different criteria and attributes of each individual unit within those buildings. The same holds true for whether we're listing a property that's for sale or a seasonal rental. When we list a seasonal rental, there's going to be an additional page in the listing wizard that allows us to do the different date ranges and price ranges that the property is available for. After you've gone through the listing wizard process, your listing is almost ready to go live. In order to have your listing be fully live in the EastEndLI system, you're going to need to make sure that you send your listing to the approval queue for an office admin or manager to approve. Once they've verified the listing, they'll make the listing live and it will be seen by other members of EastEndLI. If there's anything specific that you'd like to see within EastEndLI, be sure to check our specific training videos and sheets below.